Isabel's eyes snapped open in shock as she took in her opulent surroundings, the gilded walls and shimmering silver. Before her lay a lavish room glimmering with golden and silvery riches, and she was dressed in nothing but a meek loincloth, held together by a frail belt of reeds with a single bejeweled buckle of gold. Panic surged through her, and she lunged towards the fortified door guarded by 2 imposing female warriors. "Greeting, Your Highness!" But fear forced her to flee in the opposite direction, towards the balcony, and with a trembling hand she made to lunge for it. But what greeted her left her more stunned than before, a breathtaking vision that seemed too unreal to be true. A city glittered brilliantly with an energy invisible to her eyes. It radiated with an indescribable luminescence that outshone the sun itself. Isabel was mesmerized by the view as she continued to gaze at the city in front of her. Even though it was far more advanced than anything she ever seen, she could not help but be captivated by its beauty. The city rose up like a strange crystal formica, with an array of colors depicting the culture and activities of the inhabitants. It was as if she were viewing an abstract artwork, a living painting taking up the whole of the skyline. The platinum dome was topped by 3 golden spires that rose high into the sky. These spires glistened in the sunlight like metallic mirrors. Sparkling waterfalls poured into large basins that collected water that flowed in canals throughout the city. The buildings were constructed with a craftsmanship that surpassed anything Isabel had ever seen. The alleys around the palace formed a labyrinth that led nowhere in particular. There was no destination. The city sparkled with grandeur. Isabel was standing in a garden in the city's tallest tower. The air was heavy with the smell of pipeweed, along with 2 scents unfamiliar to her. Above them, there was a canopy of light that appeared to guard the entire city. Suddenly, a deep voice spoke. "Your Grace, we have heard of your awakening. We were worried about you." At that moment, she saw the demon Efrit bowing and dressed in solid silver armor. Her blood ran cold and she collapsed on the floor.